And welcome. My name is Kenton Renshaw. I'm obviously broadcasting this video under my name on YouTube, and this is a very brief, or I hope it's brief, story about my wife being deported from Luton Airport on Sunday this week. Today is the 15th, so yesterday of course was Valentine's, and my wife is drinking the wine and the presents that she bought with her friends in Germany, because the incompetent staff at Luton Airport do not know what they're doing, do not understand that my wife has a right to stay in this country under EU treaty rights, and also crossed out her stamps which customs had given her when I came to this country with my wife. A very brief scenario is I met my wife in Madrid. We set up a flat together. I stayed in Madrid with her. Basically, I was only briefly in the UK. I went to Germany for work, which was a very highly paid job. I'm ex-army, and thank you to the army for educating me and certainly giving me the ability to progress my career. It was the best thing I ever did, to be in the British Army. My army number is 245926557. Things you never forget. Just like my wife, I wouldn't forget her either. However, unfortunately, customs at Luton Airport did forget their job, which was to allow my wife into the country. So back to the stamp, they crossed out her stamp. She was kept in detention for 6 hours and then deported back to Dortmund to her Armenian friends that had previously visited us in Madrid. The purpose of the video that I'm now putting up on YouTube, and this is all unscripted, by the way, so it's a little bit disjointed, and the purpose of the video is to highlight really how much not only the fuckwits that are currently serving the British government, I'm sorry, British government, that's Cameroon, the fuzzy felt liberal twat, and of course that includes Tony fuckwit, let's get out of it, Blair, while I've got a chance and I can make 20 million a year being some non-consultant advisor, and the Scottish man, Thistleface, who also managed to be Prime Minister of our country because Tony agreed it. Very bizarre. Anyway, this is a message to you fuckwits and your immigration dickhead. I don't know who he is, unfortunately, but my wife and I were married legally in Spain. My wife was legal in Spain and has a residence in Spain. My wife worked in Germany legally, paid tax, as I did, in Germany. And we came back to the UK, and what a surprise, an ex-army soldier served your country. This is a message specifically to you dickheads at Whitehall. And now my wife has been deported from my country after 5 years. This is a file of the documentation that was necessary excuse me, for my wife and I to get married. This is obviously the documentation that I now have to ship out to Armenia, and this is, I'm trying to get it in the camera, this is extremely comprehensive documentation of birth certificates with apostle stamps, marriage certificates, divorce certificates, everything that you want. Everything was done. This is a complete dossier, really, of everything that was necessary for us to legally be married. Cameron and all your other fucking communist cronies that try to run a system. This is all the documentation that we provided to make sure that we could be married in Spain. As I said, we went to Germany, now we come back to the UK. It's all unscripted, by the way. I'm so annoyed. I could have written it all down, and I could have managed to speak to quantify everything and and evaluate. Do you know what? You haven't got a fucking clue what is going on. You haven't got a fucking clue. You fucked up immigration, and it's the biggest pub topic going. My wife and I haven't been in this country for 5 years. Not only do I get HMRC demands for tax bills at an address that doesn't exist because you transferred data from DVLA from a car I owned 5 years ago. Yeah, this is how criminal the system is. And now you're telling me my wife can't be with me in my country. If any of you politicians really do get to have a look at this, why don't you pop round to my house? In fact, my telephone number is 07849 864 861. And if you really are such a big man in any position that you hold in government, why can you not clearly explain to me why you deported my wife? I guarantee you there won't be one political or immigration telephone call to me. But I have to, of course, call you on an 085 number, which has cost me a lot of money. You deported my wife. My wife now is in stress and is distressed because of what you've done. My wife has a national insurance number in the UK, has applied for 2 jobs, has a contract phone, has a bank account, and has a gym membership in the town where we live. And you people are fucking her for being my wife because she isn't in the EU and she doesn't comply to your fuckwit immigration policy. 7 years in the army, I have never had a penny benefit in this country. My wife is in fact currently receiving private treatment paid for by me and is not claiming from the NHS, and you people have deported her. I will take this as far as necessary, and when it stops and you all say, oh, we're very sorry and we'll give you £5 compensation, I won't stop. I will keep going. And if I have to generate a brand new charity to allow genuine people to be in this country with genuine ex-army served people to have their wives or husbands in this country, then I will keep going. Believe me, I won't stop. The army taught me one thing: don't let them fuck you, fuck them.